There's one thing I've learned is you can always replant a garden. As I started to talk to the park designer and we started walking through the park, because what we realized is no one had ever put a community garden in a park before. So we started to work with Parks and Rec on it, and they hadn't been through it either. We want to build this garden, we want to operate it, we want to be in a relationship that way, and we have a vision. And so it took them a little while to realize we were for real. And Bayside's mission is to basically improve the quality of life of the residents here. Not only improve it, but empower them to improve their own quality of life. We put the first application in 2020. We went through this departmental instruction that no one's gone through. Everybody's trying to figure it out. Early on, the carpenters said, we'll build everything for free. We'll build anything wooden, we'll do it for free. So every time I look at all these pieces of wood, I see the carpenters and what they did, and it was amazing what they did. But the reason why we also went through it is so we can change it. Because for our nonprofit to sort of risk time, money, energy to maybe have it fail, or to have nothing change in the process, we didn't want to do that. We want this to be in every park, and we won't stop talking about it. So we're advocating for policies to change at the city level, which is this story here of this garden. Advocating, to bring spaces where people can grow food, because we know this is one way where they can support their grocery budget and become healthier. And so this project really is like, it's the first one. Everybody's been talking about it. The mayor's talking about it, the policy people, our council member. It was a very difficult process. There were days I thought I could never make it through it. But when parents started to come up to me and say, my daughter, she would never eat lettuce until she grew it with you in the garden, or carrots or things like that, that's when I knew I was onto something. So it basically took 4.5 years to go through this. And we broke ground in March of this year, and then it was completed in June. I've learned a lot. That's the other thing too. Like, I want to learn so I can teach or I can share. I still have people today that tell me, I still have those strawberries you gave me. We have a second grant now to become a garden resource center, and then there's an advocacy piece where we're going to sit down with our council member again. And their process is like, if you're going to build something on city land, it's almost like it's going with the city policy of building something like that, not a garden. So this has spurred change. They're going to be rewriting the departmental instruction with what they learned from here. So that's really cool. But we need it to be a lot more equitable than it costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we're working on that. It's like if we just kept pushing forward, next step. But I like to think, if you have a mission and if it's for the good of everybody and you can visualize it, things fall into place. Like, your word is your wand in that way. Like, you say it's going to happen, even if you have no idea how it's going to happen, it will, because you're putting the pieces in place.